So everything starts with the beginning. I will start with mine. I was born in a small village far, far away from where we are today, Solala, Guatemala. I was born into a family that loved me enough to give me life, a life with another family. My birth mother knew that while she loved me, that alone, that wasn't enough to care, provide, and nurture me. She knew this because 2 of her children before me had passed. Little did I know I would be leaving Guatemala, heading to America with only a shirt on my back, a diaper on my butt, a blanket to keep me warm, and a bottle in my hand. I arrived in Philadelphia into the loving arms of what would now be my family. In my early years, I went to many different daycares. Even though they were nice, loving, and caring places, there were a lot of them. Little did I know this would be a repeat in my life. Throughout the years, as I began my schooling, we would soon learn that I had learning differences. It would have not been detected if it was not for the tireless efforts of my mother. Because of these learning differences, the road to finding a right or perfect school for me would turn out to be a long journey for not only me, but my family as well. My schooling career led me to 14 different schools. I won't bore you with them all, but I need to tell you of a couple. I was attending a private school in the main line, which seemed good on the surface, but probably wasn't a good place for me to be. During my time there, I started to act out, and then compounding the problem, I learned that my parents were divorcing. Had I not had enough change in my life already? Now my family was broken, and I felt alone. My sister was in college, my mother is heartbroken, and my dad was moving out. These events only fueled my acting out. As a result of all that, my parents thought it was in my best interest to be sent to a wilderness program in Vermont. This was an effort to help me with my issues at the time. This was much to my surprise and dismay at the time, but I felt it helped me in the long run. I was then again surprised and dismayed that my parents shipped me off again to a boarding school in Montana. This turned out to be a very difficult time for me. I struggled being away from my family, friends, and all that I knew. I felt that issues of loss just kept coming up since birth. Do you see the history repeating itself in my life? We're not done yet. While I was in Montana, we learned that I had a life-threatening cancer, which in the end could have been the greatest loss of all, my life. Again, this was due in part to the tireless efforts of the love of my mother and family. I returned home, and through many doctors, appointments, needles, prodding, poking, sticking, testing, and so much more I can't even tell you. In the end, I received a bone marrow transplant that saved my life. Now, back to school. I had some schooling in the hospital. Now what? Not to be redundant, but again, thanks to the tireless effort of my mom and family, they then found me a soft place to land, here at New Hope Academy. On arriving at the school, I was nervous about being able to keep up with the classes. In the past, I would go under the radar and just slide through school. But then, with the help of the teachers, I was able to stay on top of everything. The teachers would sit down one-on-one with me and explain things to me when I didn't understand. I was also not a big social person, and I would spend a lot of time alone. Then, coming here, I made friends who I now hang out with in and outside of school. For example, go to the movies and have sleepovers. Plus, I now have a high tolerance for people when I used to just lose it. New Hope has helped me grow educationally and socially. There were so many people, things, places, experiences that led me to New Hope Academy that I couldn't put it all on paper. What I can say is that I'm grateful that my path has led me here to New Hope Academy. Thank you.